Welcome back to Mandarin Pod for Children. I'm your host, Grace. In our last episode, we talked about how celebrating small wins can keep kids motivated as they learn Chinese. It's those little moments of progress that really add up. Today, we're diving into another key strategy: building a consistent routine and naturally weaving the language into daily life. This approach is especially helpful for families where the parents don't speak Chinese themselves. You don't have to be fluent to make a big impact, you just need a plan that feels doable and sustainable. I'm excited to have Mark with us again. Mark is a dad from Los Angeles whose daughter Lily has been learning Chinese for about a year now. Mark, welcome back.
Hi, Grace. It's great to be here. I'm really glad we're talking about routines today, because honestly, that's what made the biggest difference for us.
I love it. Routines give kids a sense of security. When something becomes part of their normal day, it doesn't feel like a chore, it's just life. Mark, could you tell us a bit about how you started building a Chinese learning routine with Lily?
Sure. In the beginning, we kept it really simple. Every morning after breakfast, we have something called Chinese time. It's very short, around 10 minutes. Sometimes it's even less if we're running late. During that time, Lily does something related to Chinese, maybe using an app, looking at a picture book, or listening to a kid's song in Chinese. What helped the most was connecting Chinese time to something that already happens every day. We always have breakfast, so we tied the new habit to that. It became automatic after a while.
That's so smart. Research shows that habit stacking, adding a new habit onto an existing one, makes it much easier to stick with something long term. I also love that you kept it short. A lot of parents worry they need to dedicate an hour every day, but honestly, short and consistent is way more effective, especially for young children. How do you keep Lily engaged so it doesn't feel boring or repetitive?
We always let her pick what she wants to do during Chinese time. Some mornings she feels like playing a game on her tablet. Other days she prefers to flip through a picture book or sing a song. Giving her that choice makes a big difference. It gives her ownership over the process, and it feels more like playtime than study time.
Yes. Giving kids agency helps them stay motivated. When they have some control, they're much more likely to enjoy it, and even look forward to it. Now, outside of your designated Chinese time, are there other ways you integrate Chinese into your everyday life, even though you and your wife don't speak the language yourselves?
Definitely. Even though we're not fluent, we find simple ways to keep it alive during the day. One easy thing we do is play Chinese children's songs in the car. It's passive listening, but it adds up. Sometimes Lily sings along, and we try to guess what the songs are about based on the tone and repetition. At home, we might watch short cartoons or videos in Chinese. We don't understand everything, but visuals help, and Lily picks up words naturally. Also, during meals or playtime, we'll ask her questions like, "Hey, do you remember how to say this in Chinese?" Sometimes she knows, sometimes she doesn't, and either way we celebrate the effort.
That's fantastic. What you're describing are what we call micro-immersion moments, small, casual exposures that happen naturally during daily life. They are so powerful because they keep the language familiar and fun, not just locked into a study context. And like you said, parents don't have to know Chinese to create these opportunities. It's more about attitude and consistency than language skills.
Exactly. We see ourselves more like cheerleaders than teachers. We're creating an environment where it's normal and okay to try speaking Chinese, even if it's messy or imperfect.
That's such an important mindset, especially for non-fluent families. Kids don't need us to be perfect, they need us to be supportive. They're often way more resilient and intuitive than we give them credit for. Now, let's be real, have you had any struggles sticking with the routine?
Oh, for sure. Life gets busy. Sometimes we oversleep or we're running late for school and Chinese time doesn't happen that day. In the past I used to feel guilty, but now we just treat it like brushing teeth. You miss one time, you get back to it next time. No big drama. The key for us is progress, not perfection. It's about showing up over the long haul, even if individual days aren't perfect.
Yes. That's exactly it. Flexibility is crucial. Families who succeed at building a language habit over years aren't necessarily the ones who are the most disciplined, they're the ones who don't quit when things get messy. It's about the big picture, making Chinese a normal, low-pressure part of everyday life. Even if some weeks are rough, what matters is that overall the exposure keeps happening.
Right, and I think parents sometimes underestimate how powerful small daily efforts can be. 10 minutes a day adds up to over an hour a week and over 50 hours a year. Without even realizing it, you're building a strong foundation.
Absolutely. It's like planting seeds. Some days it might feel like nothing is happening, but underground roots are growing, and one day you'll be amazed at how much your child knows and understands. If you could offer one piece of advice to parents who are just starting out, what would it be?
Start tiny. Pick one thing and stick to it. Don't try to overhaul your whole schedule or expect to become a bilingual family overnight. Tie it to something that already happens: breakfast, bedtime, drive time, and make it feel light and positive. Also, remember that your attitude matters. If you're excited and curious, your child will be too.
That's beautifully said. Thank you so much, Mark, for sharing your experience with us. To all our listeners, remember, you don't have to be a fluent Chinese speaker to help your child learn. What matters most is creating small, joyful, everyday opportunities for them to connect with the language. Here are a few ideas to get you started. First, play Chinese kids songs during car rides. Second, watch cartoons or short videos in Chinese together. Third, set a daily Chinese time after a regular routine like breakfast or bedtime. Fourth, use simple learning apps made for young kids. Last, celebrate effort, not perfection. Be patient, stay flexible, and keep the experience fun. You're planting seeds that will grow over time and giving your child an amazing gift. Thanks again for tuning into Mandarin Pod for Children. See you next time for more tips, encouragement, and ideas to support your child's Chinese learning journey.